We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome back to the Freak Show. I'm your host, Bumpy McSquigums, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with César Bonaparte, or Bonaparte A Mechanized Revolution. And we're gonna see how things go. Now, we got to play around in some of the combatual stuff. I got to mispronounce a bunch of different names and just had a good time doing it. Hopefully you guys had a good time as well. And we are back with more frantic and fun, frenetic action. I don't know. All right, resource bar. Here you can see your party's current resources. The resources are over here, and then these are the other things. Okay. Yep. Next, click here to visit one of the faction clubs. Okay. And then here to learn about the factions, parties, and characters in the game, the codex. All right. Over here we have the menu bar. Click Ds or Ds to change this game speed between turns. Press equals to open the menu. What does that mean? Low terror. Okay, time panel. Here you can see the current date, the turns until the National Convention, and the current level of terror. Okay. Terror rises due to military violence, propaganda, or oppressive laws. High levels of terror will lead to major historical events. While terror should be balanced, it will inevitably rise over time. Well, that doesn't sound good. Recent events. This will show other parties' actions between turns. Yay! Okay. This panel shows your current army. The César Bonaparte's army. The Bonapartists. Nice. This icon shows your army's current strength, 14. You can click here to switch to the leader of the current unit. Okay. And this icon shows the overall size of your army. Okay, 4 out of 10. Cool. Army icon. Click here to return to Bonaparte's army. The Kung's army. No, that's not French. Right click to attack enemy regions. Right click on neutral or allied regions to move to said regions. Alright. Click here to end the turn. And that's it. They're just throwing me into the deep end. How does one recruit units? How do I grow my army? I feel like that did not help me. I mean, it did, but it gave me a lot of information, but I don't know how to do anything, really. Alright, Maximilian. Wait, do I control Maximilian's group too? Oh, wait, double click? There's got to be a way to do things. We actually have a lot of people on the field. Versailles. We could go here and try to take on the kingly one, but his 27 says it's a bad idea. These are rebels. We could go there. We do have Paris. Can we do anything in here? The strategic map consists of regions of France as well as party, fields, armies. Use the mouse or directional keys to move the map around. You can also select regions and armies. Hover over to right-click stuff. Okay. Aha! Strategic and action panel. The strategic action panel in the lower left allows the details and available actions for the army or region. If a region has one or more field armies, click the button on the top right to switch between army view and a region detailed view. You can also use these buttons on the side to scroll through the armies in the region. When a field army is selected, its units and officers will be shown. If the army is yours, you can then use the strategic action panel to take different types of actions. Okay, I mean, there's that. Sorry. This switches between. What does this do? All right, can we do that again? Sorry, well, I feel like I missed the second part. If a region has one or more field armies, click the button at the top right to switch between. You can also use to switch side panel to go through. Officers. Use the strategic action panel to take different types of actions. Okay, what is the strategic action panel? Is that this thing? I'm so confused. Murat will be leading the Joachim Murat. Gladly. Alright. We're switching back over. Alright, this is cool, but I don't know. Like, how are they able to recruit? And we don't seem to be able to do that. Well, you know what? They'll probably tell me as we go. All right, so let's take a rebel situation here. Do I want to push over toward my people? I feel like I do. 5 strength. What is this one? 9 strength. 9. All right, you know what? Let's just go here. Begin battle! We could auto-resolve it. I don't know if we can fight after the auto-resolve, but let's go see what we're working with here. This has a feel of... I don't generally like doing a bunch of comparisons to other games, but it feels similar in many ways to Legends of Runercia, something along those lines, which I very much enjoyed. Alright, we get to figure out how we want to deploy the troops. Nice. Alright, let's begin the mission. Defeat all enemies. I'm imagining they will slowly introduce different mechanics to me, and I will get to figure out how to do the things that I'm wanting to do. Make haste, sir. I'm going to increase this just to see what happens. I may bring it right back, but that's pretty fast. I generally don't like things moving that quickly. I'd like an option between the two of those. This feels like 4 times as fast, maybe. And I'd like maybe 150 to 200%. Like, give me a few different options for the speed of that. But it's fine. I'm not really complaining. I'm just, in general. Most people would, you know, say faster is better, and, you know, they would be right. Alright, a lot of militia moving around. Very, very inspired. I believe I'm going to move here. And I am going to musket you all down a little bit. 500 or 550 to 700. Decent. Decent kind of midway situation there. Gonna move over here. Once again, we're gonna rifle. Hold on. If we surge, and then we rifle, does that improve it? It did. They resisted, though. That's a bit unfortunate. All right, I'm going up with Senior Bonaparte. I don't have a surge, do I? Oh, I do. Oh, well, then I'm going to use that and just obliterate these guys. You will not stop us. They survived, really? Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Alright, I shall confirm this battle with a flanking attack. I can't believe they survived that. That really bummed me out. Alright, I'm going to move around behind these guys and see if we can't hold the line. I was going to turn them so they're not facing away, but... Alright. I feel like that's maybe an oversight. I mean, it's a very small chance that that's going to be a thing that happens, right? But I feel like that's a small oversight. I should have been able to turn my unit before the end of the turn, because this doesn't use any... At least I don't think so. This doesn't use any pivot, right? The free action. So maybe that's something they want to look at, or maybe I need to turn off an option that lets us automatically end the turn. Because I 100% would not have been facing the wrong direction, and I would have gotten at least 1 counterattack off. Again, that feels like a pretty massive oversight, to be honest. I'm going to move over here. We're going to take a shot from this side. It did quite a bit of damage. Per tile they travel. Huh, interesting. Assumes 1. Alright, I'm gonna move over here. Actually, I'm gonna undo that. I'm not gonna move that close. I'm gonna stick with these guys, and again, this is probably... No, I don't like that either. I'm sorry. I know I'm flip-flopping a little bit. I'm just gonna move over here, I think. Surge. And then we will musket you guys down a little bit more. Oh, we ended up having to move a little bit. That's fine. Then I can trample my way over. It does consume 1. We have 1 move and 1 attack. I'm just wondering if I can't move like this. It's just gonna make me do... Okay. Well, I'm just gonna trample over this way, and I guess that's fine. They should not be able to survive this. I would be very annoyed if they do some sort of weird chicanery. There we go. See, like there, that's pretty much perfect. Kind of how I wanted to be. Now I can turn my back this way, turn my back this way, and then I can end my turn. Again, just a small little thing there. If we can turn off auto end turn, that would be okay too. And it's very possibly an option. So it's not like I'm super mad about it or anything. Okay. We're doing pretty okay, I think. As a whole here. Alright. I think I'm just going to put you guys down. Very nice. Do we get to go again? We do. Ah, they resisted it this time, but that's okay. I'm gonna move here. We're already surged up. Not too bad. I think I can get around behind these guys. We're gonna surge again, and we're gonna saber them down. Flanking action, yeah. Alright, then we're gonna move over here, and I believe we pretty much just have this for free. I mean, I suppose there's a world where they... No, there's no world where they live. It was 800 to 1,000. Alright. So we could have done things a little bit different. I got caught a little off guard with the weird flanking situation. I don't know how quickly we heal, or how healing even works, but we got through it. We have André de Marmont. We can imprison him. This will raise the terror level by 0. This will lower it, and this will raise it. Alright, well, we're just gonna kind of do nothing with it, I guess. Am I able to move again if I wanted to? I don't necessarily want to. I'm just curious. I can't. Okay, no more actions left. Okay, I see. The actions are above. I got you. I got you. All right, then over here we have Jorge, or George. He can potentially do some stuff. Nope, doesn't look like he can do anything with George. Or Hebert. It was looking like we could do stuff. I guess our allied forces we don't have any control over. I am not sure that moving off of Paris was the best of ideas, but we'll see. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Our people are moving out and doing some stuff on their own. That's fair. Attacking the Indulgence. The Cordeliers. I don't know. Oh, but the world is starting to be taken over by each group. Making some headway. Lines in the sand are being drawn. Oh, here we are. Here, this is exactly what I was thinking. I was like, I don't know how to do it. I want to do it. Don't know how. Maybe it's locked. Maybe it's something they'll show us in the future. They're showing us now. All right, click here in the upper parts to recruit a new officer. Click here to mobilize an officer unit into a new army. Click here to mobilize an officer unit into a new army. You can also click transfer to move units from one army to another. Click here to recruit a new unit. Okay, makes sense. Alright, I would like to recruit a new unit. Can I recruit a new Colossus? Is that a thing? What kind of resources are we talking? Alright, what do I do now? Okay, I can't do the Colossus. Hold on. I want to, but that noise is like, can't do that. What are you thinking? So we have to do this. We don't have any cannons at all. So what's the difference between a light cannon and a heavy cannon other than the price? We can't afford either one, by the by. Light cannon, 10 armor, grape shot attack and shell attack. I want to see some stuff. So it's 1,500 and 1,000. 2,000 health, 50 morale. These are both identical. As far as the health and morale, range and movement, 6 and 4. Range is 8 and 4. So the heavy cannon just has a little bit more range. Well, either way, that's kind of interesting. Over here we have the skirmishers. They do have a rifle attack. And then over here, line infantry, out of the bases of things. Then the grenadier, grenade attack, okay, heavy musket attack. And then what do we have here? Dragoons, very nice. And we have the hussars, which are a little bit lighter. I don't know that I want to actually do any of that. Let's see who we can recruit. We're the recruiter, and this will be the candidate. We can recruit Mary Lacombe. Leadership, piloting, and persuasion. Interesting. Leadership is high. Look at Eugene Mortimer, though. His piloting isn't all that high, but man, his leadership and persuasion are just outrageously high. And he's a hussar. Ooh. We may end up getting a because she's a heavy cannon user. I mean, everything she has kind of is garbage. That's real doo-doo with leadership. Persuasion's and the piloting's but she's a heavy cannon. I think I'm just going to do that just because of the fact that she's a heavy cannon. Messena could be a great help to our cause. I will be leading this effort. That night, Bonaparte visits Messena. We need people like you, Messena. Join us, and we will change the future of France. Indeed. And what kind of future will this be? What do the Bonapartists fight for? The people, of course. We fight for the rights of the people to create a revolutionary government that provides for each and every citizen. Well said. I will do my best for our cause. Lead the way. Yeah. All right, we have a cannoner, cannoneer, whatever. Okay, that's pretty cool. I still don't know that I should be moving around. But I kind of want to oh. That wasn't that. Wait, what? What do you mean I don't have an action to do that? Well, I suppose I should get a battalion then. What is the difference between these two? Only getting 75 per. You know what? I'm going to get these guys. Oh, I have 325. Never mind. Never mind. Skirmishers, well... How much health do you guys have? Why aren't you popping out like you did before? Remember before when I went to recruit, it had like a... You would hover over it and it would show stats? What happened to that? It's... Okay, I don't... It's just not doing it now. I was just wondering, like, the different stats between this guy and this guy, but I mean, I can't. That's weird. Alright, whatever. I'm getting these guys. Surprise! We must conscript new troops for our army. And the only reason I'm doing this, Marat, I want you to lead this effort. Marat leads a group of guards all around Melun, seeking new recruits for the new Hussar battalion. Good, these are promising recruits for the battalion. The only reason I'm doing this, I wouldn't ordinarily do it, I would have saved up to do it. But since we recruited the other person, it took one of our actions. I think one action to move and then one action to attack is kind of the norm. So it looks like we had to kind of go that route. Alright, well, it looks like we're, at least the red factions are starting to push out and do some good stuff here. Ooh, that looks like it hurt us. Uh-oh. It's like they didn't spend a tremendous amount of time buffing themselves up. I want this. Alright. Oh, here we are. Garrison! The garrison shows the army protecting the region. Districts! Here you can see the buildings in the region. Each contributes to a certain amount of resources per turn. Cool. Click on a building to open the options menu. You can upgrade a building using the resources to increase its resource income. Okay. Click here to construct a new building on an undeveloped territory. I imagine all of those, like, require things, right? So we have a church, we have farmland, and we have an estate, plus a village. Okay, and then what is the garrison? Okay, that's cool. And then if we had enough florins, or whatever the money is here, it would, okay. We would be able to do stuff. Alright, that's cool. Again, I think I need to sort of push forward and slow the roll. I either need to move here or I need to move there. I don't know which way is going to be worse or better for me. I guess I'm going to go here. We'll begin the battle. It's predicted that we'll just slaughter them. I mean, almost assuredly, it's just a bunch of peasants again. But we're going to take our time. We're going to enjoy the combat. That's kind of what we're here for, or at least what I'm here for. Alright, begin mission. I don't think we need to rush at them. I think we can, like, bait them in. How far can we shoot? I can literally hit them from here. Can I fire on the same turn? Doesn't look like it. Alright, we are going to move people around a little bit. Shift position! You tell him, Joachim. Let's get our big boy in there. Get him ready to do some tanking things. And then we will get our gunnery sergeants ready to go as well. How are you able to move so far? What is... Huh? You know what? I'm not even going to question it. It seems fine. Seems totally legit. Alright. Close with us if you think that's a good idea. We could have waited, too. We could have waited one turn in the back to just go and do stuff, but I feel like they're going to be coming out and in a bad position for us. Oh, look, they inspired one another. That's lovely. Confirm! Remember why we fight. That was underwhelming, to be sure. Alright, I'm going to surge, and I am going to musket you from one tile away. Resisting still, which is mildly impressive. Going to move here. Surge one more time. Rifle at the ready. And fire. Flanking attack. Almost took him down. Not quite. Don't worry. We got this. They are done. Alright, the peasants should be feeling pretty bad now. I think I will move here. And yeah, back to back, I think. Yeah, that seems fine. Alright, I believe our mechanized boy will be able to come over and do some work. I'm going to do the work against these guys, though. We're going to surge, and we're going to hit them really hard on the side. Yeah, that didn't feel great for those guys at all. Shall pivot back this way. I shall move in, and with reckless abandon, I shall surge forward, and I shall end you. And you will somehow survive, because of course you will. Why wouldn't you live through that? That's just so silly of me to think. Alright, we're gonna end the turn. I could have surged with the cannon, and I should have, and I didn't, so. Alright, they're angry at the horses. Totally understandable. They're coming over. They're gonna attack our skirmishers. Skirmishers kind of shrugged it off. Our horses are a little bit upset that things are going as badly as they are, but we did defeat someone. Should be a morale hit. They're attacking a giant automaton. This is not a good idea for them. It seems like a very ill-received plan from the get. Can I just kill you? Really? Oh, real close. Actually gonna even step away one further and... Yeah, I'll just shoot you in the back. How did they have so much health left? We did a lot of damage to them. Alright, around to the backside. We're gonna go saber stab, and that is more health than they have. I don't think they can resist it. That feels pretty good. Gonna roll out over here. Make our moves this way. Musket upside the back of the noggin. Right off the back of that dome piece. Down you go. And then I'm gonna move over here in my very cool mechanical way. Guns to slap you. Decent hit. We'll move around to the side once again, and this cavalry charge too. That's fine. Lance slap one more time, and then we critically hit. You are on somehow on death's door, but you didn't die, which is totally normal and fine. Alright, we're just gonna roll away. And here comes the death of Superman? I don't know. But they definitely didn't do much with their pitchforks. I'm just saying. Feels good to be a revolutionary winner. Is that the experience bar? It is the experience bar. This unit is a recruit unit. It has 300 experience. It needs 700 more to become a veteran unit. Ooh. I like that a lot. Maximilian de Grouchy. Why so grouchy, man? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we started our adventure, so it looks like we're going to be doing a mad grab for all the land that we can that is of rebel or neutral territory. And then after that is when we start to form battle lines and kind of push against our enemies, I guess, and see how that all plays out. Either way, folks, having a good time. This is pretty cool. I'm liking it so far. I imagine it's going to get a lot more complicated and difficult, but we'll see. I don't know how smart it is to move away from Paris either, but again, that's going to be a tale for another time. Until the very next episode, folks, I've been your host, Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show. We play, we fight, we conquer.